Fun fact. The gin and tonic began life as an anti-malarial treatment among British Army officers stationed in India during the 19th century. This is a story that you can encounter on the webpage of major gin distilleries, in Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts, and it is also the answer that your AI model will feed back to you if you ask it about the origins of your favourite cocktail. The problem, of course, is that there is literally zero evidence supporting this story. So the first reference to the gin and tonic does come from India, from 1868, but it is in the pages of a sporting magazine, advertising the kind of cocktails you might be able to encounter at the local racetrack. There are references from later on in the 19th century in the British Indian Army periodicals, but again, every single reference is in relation to the gin and tonic as a form of alcoholic beverage that you might encounter at, say, the Army bar. It isn't until the 20th century, when the cocktail begins to grow in popularity back home in Britain, that we begin to see reference to the story of the gin and tonic as an anti-malarial treatment. But even here, it is not a story that is being told as medical advice, but instead as a quirky origin to your favourite summer cocktail. Which is to say that while this fun fact has always been fun, it's never actually been a fact. So where does this story come from? Well, in the 19th century, quinine began to be given out to British soldiers stationed in the tropics, including in India, as an anti-malarial treatment. Quinine powder is incredibly bitter, and so the British, being the British, many of them would start to mix the quinine with alcohol. At around the same time, tonic begins to be sold as a health drink. Now, while many tonic brands did include quinine, there is not now, nor was in the Victorian period, enough quinine within any tonic water to actually be an effective malarial treatment. Instead, it was being sold as an aid for your digestion. It also happened to be believed that tonic, along with other carbonated drinks, would help pasty Northern Europeans acclimatise to the tropics. As a result, tonic water became a major seller in places like India and Malaysia. Sometime in the middle of the 19th century, it seems, someone in British India decided to combine tonic water with gin, but not because they believed that it would help them reduce their chances of catching malaria, but instead because tonic is a very refreshing drink to have in the summer heat, and the British will add alcohol to literally anything. All of these facts seem to have been combined together and then garbled in transmission, so by the time gin and tonic begins to take off as a popular cocktail in the British Isles during the 20th century, it is widely believed that gin and tonic had begun back in British India as an anti-malarial treatment. So the next time someone tries to tell you a fun fact about the origin of gin and tonic as an anti-malarial treatment, scream at them that they are spreading fake news and possibly in the pay of big tonic water.